Good morning. Welcome back to our morning routine. You guys know the drill. At this point, we go to breakfast at the hotel. This was actually our last morning here. I don't know how our Singapore leg of this trip happened so fast, but this morning we've been dying to ride bikes, so we woke up extra early. I actually have been waking up at 4:30 a.m. every single day because that's the time that my body has to go to the bathroom, but then I just stay up and edit these videos so that you guys can see what we're up to. Otherwise, they wouldn't happen. But we woke up, we rode our bikes. Renting the bikes is so easy. It was like $3 Singapore for us to go biking for over an hour and a half. And I genuinely think that this was one of the most peaceful parts of our whole entire trip so far. I had the best morning ever. We got out so nice and early that there was really not that many people out there. The sky was incredibly blue. By the time we went back later, it was actually so cloudy. So I'm glad we got to see it like this. Gabe and I were just so fascinated that this place was real. It felt so bougie. The stores in here were so fancy. So we decided that we were definitely going to go back later. The architecture here actually blows my mind. I don't know why the US thinks that it's good at anything when this is what other places in the world look like. We decided to go back because we had to leave for our first adventure at 10:45. We got a little soda from the Hawker Center on the way back, and then we were going to this bathhouse called Nowhere. It was so peaceful and it was so needed because yesterday we walked and hiked over 6 miles. And obviously our sleep schedule has not been very wonderful. We weren't allowed to film anything in there, but there was a sauna, a steam room, so many different baths, and there was 2 different cold plunges. We stayed here for about an hour and a half, and I just like soaked up the sunshine, and the birds were making the most beautiful noises. Gabe did the cold plunge 15 times. I don't know what it is about men and cold plunges. I don't know, but every time Gabe went in it, he was so excited. And then they had these little changing bubble cubes. We took our showers. Oh, and then I forgot my makeup, but it was okay. It was a blessing in disguise because I think my face really needed to breathe. My skin has been acting up, but from there we went to this place called RCCCC, 4 C's for lunch, and it was beautiful. It was on this land garden. I can confidently tell you hands down that this was my favorite meal that we had. Everything felt so fresh, and it was so fresh. They literally have their own fermentation station upstairs. You'll see at the end of our meal, they actually gave us a little tour, which was so nice. We felt so special this entire time that we've been here. I got me a little spritz. It was the most refreshing thing in the whole entire world. They had this yam bread. Guys, the bread melted in your mouth. And they even had a mushroom butter, and I hate mushrooms, but I loved it. And I got chicken oh my gosh. What I was trying to say is chicken shakshuka, and it was just what I needed. I've been loving trying new foods, but I feel like this was the first meal I actually was able to eat the whole thing. So it was incredibly refreshing. And then this is when they took us upstairs. They showed us how they ferment all of their stuff. They let us taste a few things. The space was so beautiful. Now, usually after lunch, Gabe takes his little nap. I edit some videos. We did not do nap time today. We had so much to see because we did not want to stop biking around. The moment that we got back from lunch, we ran straight to our bikes. We changed really quickly. I don't know why I wore jeans. Singapore's really hot. Thankfully, I'm from Florida, so I'm used to it, but we went into the mall and we checked out all the bougie stores. Gabe actually left with a couple of shirts. I got a Pandora souvenir charm, and it's the merlion. I love collecting my little Pandora charms everywhere I go, but this mall was crazy, you guys. There was a boat and a moat in it. But after the mall, we went back to our Hawker Center, and I've been dying to try cheesy garlic naan, so that is exactly what I got. And there's also a vending machine across the Hawker Center. It's called iJuice, or U-Juice, I forget, and it's orange juice. They had these vending machines all over the place, and it was the freshest, most delicious orange juice I've ever had in my life. We got dumplings and noodles. Then we went back to the hotel and got ready. I'm telling you, the days are jam-packed, but there's no time to waste. I can rest when I'm dead. I can't enjoy Singapore when I'm dead. We went to kind of a speakeasy restaurant called Synthesis for dinner, and it was so good. I'm actually still dreaming about this drink. I had no idea what these were. I could not figure out what they were on the menu, but they were like these little truffle gnocchis. We got this really fun dessert, and then I was falling asleep. At this point, I was actually so down bad. But like I said, we pushed through. We went to a night safari. The zoo here is extremely popular, and they offer the night safari where you drive through and see all of the animals so close up, and then you also can walk through. We got an ice cream so that we could wake up a little bit, and thank goodness we did because this was like the perfect addition to our night. I have a new favorite animal. This is a mouse deer. My spirit animal, actually. We saw otters. We had the best time ever, and that was our last night in Singapore. Love you guys.